Shit, what's this podcast called?
Discourse of Human Events.
The discourse is just crazy.
Everything's okay, I'm just trying to act my age. Yeah, I wanna know where the hell the days go. Yeah, I wanna know where the hell the days go. I wanna look
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Flashlight. All right, I got our predictions pulled up.
Okay.
Let's see here. Let's start with a nice, easy one. That wasn't easy to predict, but there was probably some things in the news about it beforehand, which is why you predicted it. But you predicted Russia invades the Ukraine.
I thought that we went over that last year, right?
I also thought that.
No,
Yeah.
These are 2022 predictions.
It just feels like it.
No.
It was.
Been packed into
We
the
had
year.
talked about it in a different episode at one point.
That I had predicted it?
Yeah, we talked about it before. That's why it seems familiar.
Fuck, when did Russia invade the Ukraine?
That was this year.
It was the beginning of the year.
Yeah, but I thought we... Yeah, I guess it was February 24th, 2022. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Times
I
just
thought
work, dude.
Yeah, I thought it was like it happened in like December of last year or something, and we talked about it in the year-end review. I guess we just talked about it.
You just
okay.
predicted it.
No, you just predicted
Okay,
it,
that's
dog.
like 100 points for me, though, right?
Yeah. As
No
I
one
said,
saw
I think
that
you win
coming.
the prediction game.
The key is to read obscure people.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that was in like the major news networks, but other people were talking about
I have
the
a good
possibility.
prediction, though, on here that did come true in a way.
Okay.
NFT people will lose money. NFTs will cause people to lose
that's
money.
a good one.
Yeah.
I feel like that's way more predictable, though. Like, cause
Yeah,
that
it was way more
those
predictable.
Were so obvious scams.
But we weren't going to have, like, Madoff or Enron level thing blow up for...
Did you say that?
No, I'm just saying, like, we weren't expecting that to happen this year, you know?
Oh, yeah. No. Yeah. I think that's a pretty good... that's points for you, for sure.
Yep. I lose points on the GME predictions.
As I'm sure I
As
predicted
always.
the opposite. As I'm sure I told you.
So you get
I
points
don't
for
think
that.
so. I don't think it's going to pop, Zach. I don't think you're going to be a millionaire next week.
Just wait for my 2023 predictions. Guess what I'm going to predict?
Jimmy's going to moon.
Straight to the moon, baby.
I
buy 4 Lambos. I already put down payments.
I already leased like 7 of them.
You know what? I'm just glad he wasn't one of those people that, like, you know, took their whole family's savings and put it on GME without telling anyone.
Yeah, there's definitely people that did that shit.
Actually, Nicole, he has some news for you. He
By
has
the way,
password to your bank account. And
I routed it all to GME. I also missed this one. Double-digit inflation before the end of it. We only got to 9%.
Oh, did you say double-digit inflation?
Yeah, I said
What did I
double-digit.
say?
You said predicts lower than 6.8 but higher than 2% inflation. So we're actually higher than 6.8 still.
Yeah, I think we were both wrong because I think it went to 8.
Yeah.
Man, how could we both fuck it up? You go double-digit and I say...
6.
Less than 6.8. Like, how,
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm so precise. I'm sure I got that from somewhere.
You should have just put less than 10.
That's probably a forecast that I read, and I was like, yeah, that seems reasonable. That's probably...
See, he's sourcing other people for his predictions.
That's my guess. I don't think I pulled 6.8 out of my fucking ass.
I know, you might have.
Right. 6.8 is pretty random.
6.803.
6.9.
Yeah. That if I was gonna pull it out of my ass, it would be 6.9 for sure.
Or 4.2. 4.20.
You had a very obvious prediction, so I'm awarding you no points for this, but it is true. Elon Musk will say something ridiculous.
Now, if you had predicted he
That's
bought
an easy
Twitter,
Yeah, that would be a pretty good one.
We both were wrong on our Discourse of Human Events prediction.
What was that?
I predicted we would get to episode 200.
Oh, I said no way, for sure.
You predicted we'd get to 185. We got to 180.
Oh, I was so much closer, though.
Yeah,
I
you were.
feel like
You were really close. You were
that gives me at
close.
least a partial win I'll take.
Yeah. What else we got here? Oh, I predicted Trump will resurface and be more active on social media. He did resurface,
Nah, but no.
but he's not that active.
Yeah, well, he's on his own, right?
Yeah, he's on
He,
Truth
created
Social or
his
whatever it is.
own, which no one would use, so...
Right.
Yeah, I give no credit for that one. Like the Elon Musk prediction, no credit.
Right. Oh, you predicted Tesla stock will crash.
Oh!
It's gone down pretty bad.
Eventually that had to be right, because it was just ridiculous.
Right.
If only I had shorted.
Right, you should have. Didn't what's his name short it? Michael Berry? That was one of his shorts. I know he sold almost everything.
And Bill Gates was shorting like $2 billion worth.
Jesus. Trump's platform will fail, you said.
I feel like that's a win.
I'm pretty sure
I've
it's
never
failed.
in my life heard somebody go, look on Truth Social. I'm like, no, that's not a thing.
Babe, do the Trump people do they ever talk about Truth Social or post anything from there on Facebook?
not that I'm aware of.
See, I think it's dead already.
I have seen posts from Truth Social.
You
know where I
have?
see them? Yeah, people repost what Trump says on Twitter sometimes. Very
Oh,
rarely, but if it's a big thing he posts. They
I need to
repost
follow
it.
somebody that does that so I know what crazy things he's saying.
Yeah, it's only if it's like a really big thing you'll comment on. Like when the elections, like he said something about he takes all the credit if they win, but none of the blame if they lose.
Right,
For the Republicans. Like, okay, obviously that's getting reposted.
You said I put Jizz Maxwell will be sent to prison. Nothing else will happen. That's very true.
Yeah, I think that's basically what's happened, right?
Yeah, nothing
Was that
else
my
came of
prediction
it.
or yours?
That was yours.
Oh,
That
another
was a pretty
win.
good one. We both said no major China conflict yet.
Yeah.
I might be leaning towards major one now.
I'll think about it.
I
For our
predicted a
prediction
retail
section.
strike like Amazon.
You predicted
But-
what?
A retail strike, like people in
Oh.
retail would strike, but
Yeah,
That didn't really
didn't
happen. there's little ones here and there, but there's no like
I
major.
think some of their warehouses got unionized.
That's what I'm
Here,
saying,
that's
like,
about it.
There's some here and there, but there's not like a giant
there's
all
nothing
of Amazon.
huge.
All right, we need to look this up, Nick. So you're actually at the computer. We're a little bit away, so you'll have to look this up.
Okay.
I predicted we would have one shooting with 20 deaths. You agreed, but nothing crazier than that. So we need to see what the highest death count shooting was of
think
2022.
So. Let me look at 2022 in review because I think it has the biggest shootings here.
We had
Mhm.
several.
Uvalde was the big one, right? Uvalde?
Uvalde.
Yeah,
Is that
Yeah,
how you say
Uvalde.
it? Uvalde.
I don't know how you say it.
UVALDE.
I think we're in the
Yeah.
ballpark. Oh shit, that guy shot his grandmother in the face.
Damn.
I'm just reading the Wikipedia. Just give me the death count. I don't need the details.
I don't even know this.
22. We're like almost on the nose.
Wow, that's actually kind of scary.
That's horrible.
We know, I mean, we talk about a lot about shootings on this podcast. I feel like if there were experts in
We're leaning towards that.
gun-free shootings, it would be us.
We're leaning towards kind of why Corey is the resident necrophilia
Yeah.
expert.
Yes. we're both the gun shooting experts, the mass
The
shooting experts.
Mass shootings. You don't ever get to be the thing you want to be the expert on in the discourse.
We need to find an expertise for Nicole.
Yeah, Yeah, what's your expertise?
I don't know. Nothing weird.
That's
I
not how it
say
works.
as I was taking meat off of deer bones.
Yeah, I was about to
today.
say you're peeling meat today.
Okay. I don't think that's going to be it, but we'll continue. Let's continue.
That's most of our predictions. So
Look at all these shootings.
yeah,
Okay.
there's tons of shootings. Oh,
So who won?
I think you win just off of the Russia invades Ukraine. Is that what you're saying?
Win.
Yeah, I think you have to win that one. That's a pretty good
Awesome.
prediction.
I won the year.
I think if
Now
you
I
didn't
gotta
have that,
get
I
good
would
ones for
win
the
because
next year.
What's that?
I gotta win this year too. I gotta really try to predict something really obscure.
So I think I would have won if you didn't have that one because I would have had the NFTs screwing people over or crypto market.
That I think is a pretty good one.
But
and I didn't say anything like that. I bet I at least agreed.
It wasn't in here. You might have agreed, but
yeah,
that was my specific prediction when I went through predictions. So let's start going through the new year.
All right. So
this year,
should I share or should I just read?
Just read. That's fine.
Okay. First thing, Apple stock hits $3 trillion on January 3rd, reaching a market cap of $3 trillion. First company to ever do so. It did not last long. So
no,
it is now...
It's already down?
it did not last long at all.
What is that per share?
It was like 160 or so. Oh yeah, it fell $1 trillion. It's back down to $2 trillion.
Oh my god.
That's how bad it, like... So I guess it must have been about 240... No, not 240. It would be, it'd be like 180 a share, and it's 130 now.
Dude,
so yeah, $1 trillion gone.
My laptop keeps trying to want me to update to Windows 11. I think Windows. It's like it's free upgrade for free. Just do it. I'm like, no, go away. It makes you can't hit no and cancel 3 or 4 times to get past it.
That's probably because they're like, but no, we have more malware and shit to spy on you in this one. You need to upgrade.
I know I don't need this. I know it's bad for my computer.
I bought for the first time. I spent the money on my personal laptop to be an Apple MacBook.
Really?
Because Windows has just gotten so bad. It's just become crapware. But I do feel like you're paying too much for the hardware. But M1's pretty nice. So their processors have gotten I
was wondering that.
Before they were always behind the Windows like Intel. But now they're not.
What I was also thinking is I normally use it for Adobe Suite products.
Mm-hmm.
And recording the podcast and browsing the internet. And I feel like at this point, MacBooks do that just fine.
Yeah, of course they do. Unless you're a hardcore gamer, no reason that you can't. It's just the money. They are more expensive. But they're really nice. They're very nice, lightweight. I converted because I got one for work 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I got used to them. It does take some time to get used to the differences. And don't think just because it's, user friendly for it's a lot of things fuck up in retarded ways.
Right. But and also
the same
BitTorrenting things would not be as easy, I feel like. Because I've never.
No, I think that's fine. I don't think it's any different.
Oh, okay.
I think they'll just have the same torrent.
I might have to
I've never done it, but
because I agree with you, Windows is just such fucking garbage.
Yeah, it's I don't know. They just start inserting this adware crap in it.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
100%.
$3 trillion for Apple.
All right. What's up?
I don't know what the fuck this next one is. Elmo versus Rocco. Does anyone have any idea what this is?
Homo versus Rocco?
Elmo.
Oh, I thought you said homo. I have no idea what the fuck that means.
The internet exploded over Sesame Street characters Elmo's beef with his friend Zoe's imaginary friend. Basically an internet meme involving Elmo and another character I've never heard of.
We can skip that. We don't care.
Yeah. Okay, here's an actual big one. Wordle. Wordle became a
Yeah.
big thing.
God, that
on
was
January
January?
31st. Yeah. The
I
New
still
York
play
Times
it.
bought the game on January 31st. So
Oh, they
it was maybe,
bought it.
It really actually probably happened earlier.
It was like December then.
Yeah, it was
Because it was
like,
pretty quickly after it blew up that they
Yeah.
bought that.
Yeah, exactly. Do you still play? Like, I did it for maybe like 2, maybe
Yeah,
3 months.
I still play.
No,
I might miss a day or two,
6
but
months.
Mom posts on Facebook. She always posts her Wordle, so it always reminds me to do it. And it takes it literally takes a minute.
Yeah, I just got bored with it. Like I got my strategy. I forget where I saw like SOAR, SOARE is like maybe the best word to start with.
No.
What?
I watched the whole entire YouTube video that this guy built like a bot to show like what's the perfect starter word. So I used that until it became the word of the day. So I got my like 1 out of 6. It was slate.
Slate.
Yeah. So that's
Okay,
not just keeping track of like the best letters, but also the positioning of the letters to get to the best word fast.
Oh, okay. So it's not counting the frequency; it also includes the positioning,
Where the position of the letters
the
are.
likelihood of the. Okay.
Yep.
That makes sense. So is that what
Yeah.
you start with every day?
I did until it was until I got the 1 out of 6. Because I think it's just more fun to pick a different word.
Yeah, I
It's
feel
like,
like that's one thing. Is it became less fun when I just was like, okay, I'll
Right.
start with the one word. Okay, here are the ones I get.
Agreed. When you start playing it like strategically, it is kind of boring.
Yeah, I don't know.
So that's why
It's
I played it
fun,
as I'll
too,
do
like-
slate, and then I'll be done with that.
Like I don't think I've played in 6 months. I would also do Wordle and Quordle.
Yeah,
Like, for several months, I would just do them.
Quordle's pretty
And
fun.
then-
I think Quordle's still fun because it's actually challenging.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's like a fad that died for me. Like just several
Yeah.
months and then it's done.
There's a lot of people that still do it, man.
Did you play, Nicole?
No, I don't really play.
She'll watch me do mine every now and then and help me, but she never got hooked in.
Yeah. One thing is because I don't go on Facebook, so I don't share shit anyways.
Yeah.
I think that's one thing that was like, okay, I was never roped into that.
Yeah, Twitter, having it shared on Twitter and Facebook is what blew it up for sure. And
Yeah.
it's because it's not like a unique game. There's a whole game show based on this.
Is there?
Yeah, Lingo.
That's a game show?
Yeah, it's called Lingo.
Huh. I remember you used to love that game show channel,
Hmm
right?
Yeah, I told
So
Nicole
you
that.
know
I
that.
used to watch the game show channel all the time.
No wonder you became the big board game guy.
Right.
Look,
All
he's
right.
just living his like retired 70s lady
Yeah.
in a floral 90 life, okay?
That is kind of what that TV show was for, because it's mostly like game shows from the 70s too.
Yeah,
You're
dude,
right.
I loved it. G. Rainburn on
Zach, that's what they turn on for people at the retirement home. And they still thought it was the 70s. They still thought they were
Oh, he's
watching
still
it
on
live. Oh, he's going to win a whole microwave.
I'll be honest with you. If I had cable, I'd still probably put on the Game Show Network every now and then.
It's not bad, just like bullshit in the background kind of thing to watch.
Yeah, exactly. It's really good for a background type thing. Anyways, what else we got?
So next we can probably skip because I know both of us don't give a shit. Winter Olympics.
Yeah.
I know
who
they were
cares?
big, but I don't care.
Where are they though?
They were for
I
certain
like
people.
the ice skating.
Curling's the best.
Do they
curling.
still do
I watched that with
That
my
might have been
mom.
taken out.
No, they still
they-
do it. It's huge. Why would
Is
they take it out?
curling still in the Olympics?
I saw them doing curling, dude.
I'm
still
Googling
exists.
this.
It's a huge sport.
Oh shit, it's one of the most storied sports showcased at the 2022 Olympics. Yeah, okay.
That's what I'm telling you. It's huge. It's like half the reason people watch the Winter Olympics, dude.
All right, I guess so.
I really want to actually try curling. It's basically a board game.
Do you need a guy with a broom?
That's a sport. I don't want a broom, dude. I want to throw it down.
Yeah, but you need a guy with a. You need one person willing to broom.
It's
One
supposed to be two
person
people.
Two people. You need
Yeah.
two people to be like, yeah, I'm gonna be the broom guy.
I want to be the. Well, so I think the way the actual game works is you rotate, like your broomers and the guy
Oh,
throwing the
really?
stone.
I did not know that.
So like your team, everybody has to be throwing stones at some point. It's not just always the same person throwing the stone.
Jeez. That reminds me, so kind of unrelated. So do you remember the guy that wrote the book, like, about being religious and reading the encyclopedia?
Yeah. Year of Living Biblically.
Yes, okay. So he wrote another book about games, I think, just like puzzles, maybe it was.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yep.
Yeah. I listened to a podcast with him, and it was like jigsaw puzzles, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he was talking about it, and apparently there's an international jigsaw championship.
Yep.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So putting them together, and then apparently it's big in certain countries, but not in the U.S. So he was able to become like one of the U.S. people, like a part of the team very easily, because the U.S. just doesn't give a shit, right?
That's hilarious.
But anyways, the reason it reminded me is because apparently there's a strategy because you have a team, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then so one guy is the corners guy. One guy is the sort by colors guy. The winners, that's what they do. Is like there's a guy that just does the corners, and then there's a guy that just matches them, just matches the corners or whatever. That's what they do is they section it out, and that's how they win. Apparently the U.S. did terrible because it's just any random person can join because that's how bad. That's how
many people is into a team.
I don't remember, but apparently I think Eastern Europe, I think he said, was pretty big into it. So I think they won somewhere in Eastern Europe.
Because it's like the sport they can afford to play.
Yeah, probably. They can't afford a broom to play that curling bullshit.
Oh God! All right, well, we actually went on more of a tangent than I expected.
Yeah, that's a huge tangent. I don't know why. What? Oh, because curling, because the broom guy.
Yeah, because the broom guy.
There's the corner piece guy, and
because you have to have a whole team.
Color matching guy. All right. Anyways, the next story. This one affected us and me. Baby formula shortage.
Yeah, that was insane.
Yeah. So we didn't really. So we could always get it though, because it was kind of regional. So apparently it was at a Michigan plant. So in California, we could mostly get it. Yeah, I mean, there were few on the store shelves, but we grabbed them. But
what were you going to do if you couldn't, though? Oh,
I don't know. Tell Chloe to pump harder.
Pump faster. Pump fatter.
Pump. And then it was caused by a recall, and one of our things was part of the recall, so we had to dump it.
Oh. I thought it was just a general shortage. I didn't know it was because of a recall.
Yeah, I didn't know it was precisely because of that recall, but that's what it says right here. It says it was exacerbated by the recall. So it was partially the pandemic.
It was worse.
Supply chain issues. Then it made even worse by the recall where we had to dump some of ours.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, yeah. But
that is kind of wild,
not really
though.
Big. Yeah, it's crazy. I feel sorry for people that, I don't know, really did run out and had, I don't know what they did. They probably just gave them regular milk or something.
Yeah, you have to do something.
Yeah. Well, here's some of Mommy's gin instead.
I mixed it with 2%.
All right, next story. WNBA star Brittany Griner was detained.
So we'll have a follow-up later in the year.
Yeah. Yeah. So I didn't know who she was.
Nobody did.
Yeah, because no one... Name one other WNBA star. Nicole, come on. You're a woman. Support your
Nobody knows any WNBA stars.
No, I do not. I've never watched a WNBA game.
Terrible. Zach, name 2 NBA stars.
Current ones?
Ooh, that's going to be hard, but yeah.
Current ones, we got LeBron James and Steph Curry.
See, and that's why the NBA makes more money. Because then he doesn't give a shit about the NBA, but he can still do it.
I mean, You've heard the Bill Burr stand up about that, right?
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
was riffing off of.
hmm And obviously, nobody knows that name. I guarantee you, fans of the WNBA, a lot of them didn't even know that person specifically.
Yeah, not at all. But obviously, I'm sure no one gave a shit until we went to war and the U.S. was definitely backing Ukraine. And then they're like, okay, we'll arrest this person because she did technically break the law. So
Yeah, I mean, it's a story because even if it was a U.S. citizen that got arrested for it, it'd still be a story. It would just be a lot less of a story, right?
yeah. How bad
I
do
feel
you
like-
think her time in prison was? I think she
Huh?
was like breaking, like, I don't know what a Russian prison is like, but I imagine it's awful.
Yeah, here it's not good. I mean, Russian life
But
isn't
then
that
it's a
great, right?
woman's prison, right? I don't know. Like,
Does that make it better or worse, though?
I feel like it's better. You're not going to get raped in the shower.
I don't know. Who's
think
the
women
guards?
rape each other in the shower. Oh,
I mean, you definitely
I
can
bet
still
it's
get raped in
women.
women's prisons. It's just a little different.
Yeah. You still got to do the
Not
power moves,
same.
man.
Yeah, but a finger in the asshole isn't nearly as bad as a big dick in the asshole.
You say that until somebody comes along and they're like, I was previously a curling broomer in my life, and shoves the broom up there.
And I got this broom. You're right.
Yeah, I'm the broom guy. Or gal.
This is a good question, though. I really want to know. Okay, we know men rape other men in prison, for sure. But do women rape other women in prison?
Yeah.
For sure.
They do?
Yeah.
I'm for sure they do. I bet you it's just a lot less.
But no, I mean, I'm sure they have bitches and they have, like, protection things going on. But I mean really, like, rape.
Yes.
I'm sure they do. I'm saying the frequency is probably way
I'm
way
just
down.
trying to think of the logistics. Okay?
What do you mean? You hold the woman down and you start?
Yeah, but you got one hand and you need the other hand.
You don't-
The fist
You
or
don't
finger
think
or
that they're
whatever.
not gang raping them?
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't have to use a hand.
gangs.
Yeah, you
Okay,
have.
so gangs. Well,
That's
I'm
how it
thinking
usually
just
happens with guys,
one
too.
woman
It's not
raping
like one
other
guy.
woman.
But it's not usually one
Oh,
guy.
I bet a
holding
lot
down
of time
guy.
it's one guy that just punches
No.
the
No.
shit out of them until
No,
they're
'cause
on
you
the
can
ground
fight
and then
that a
stick
lot
the dick
more.
in.
No, usually it's a gang
No,
happening.
I think it's big guy, small guy. Big guy's
No.
gonna win.
And I'm
I
going.
mean, I don't know. I've never been to prison. I can't tell you
And
what
I'm
goes
going
down.
off of.
Yeah, I'm a little confused as to why you're so into wanting
I
to
just-
learn about this.
I just
I
don't
wanna
know
learn the rape
answer.
logistics.
Yes. I just don't know the answer.
Did you never watch Oz?
No, I did not.
So
It
I
was
feel
all
like
gang rape in there?
yes,
They
and
coordinate the rapes?
one of the punishments for people who are late to set was they would write a rape scene for you, and this is why it's always weird. What's his
that's funny.
name? Mr. Mayhem. You know what I'm talking
I
about?
don't know who that is, but okay.
For which company is that for?
What are we talking about?
Mr. Mayhem. He's one of the insurance mascots.
Oh, is that not Progressive?
No, it's not Progressive. That's Flo.
Allstate.
Allstate. Yes, Mr. Mayhem. You know what I'm talking about? The insurance commercials where he's like purposely he gets in wrecks and stuff.
No
And he's
clue,
like,
but go on.
I'm a 17-year-old girl texting while driving.
Now you don't know this?
Maybe vaguely that sounds familiar, but he's not
He-
one of the big ones for sure.
He
He's
was
not
one
a
of the
Gecko, he's not Flo, and he's not Affleck. So no, I don't know him.
Well, he was in Oz, so it's always weird to see him as like
Did
a
you say
face.
Allstate? I thought that's Allstate.
Oh, no, that's
Stan.
Allstate
some black
Stan.
guy. Yeah, that's some
So
black
who is
dude.
Mr. Mayhem? Their marketing's not that great because I can't remember. Google Mr.
Terrible.
Mayhem
Mayhem.
in insurance.
Mr. Mayhem.
It's Allstate Mayhem Insurance Guy. I was right.
So they have
Oh,
both.
so they
Yes.
changed it.
Just like
I
Geico
only
has a
remember the black
million.
dude that goes, "That's Allstate Stan."
Yeah, that's Allstate.
He's got like
they
a
must
deep
have.
voice.
They must have both.
Yeah, just like
Yeah.
for a while, like Geico had the, what was it, like the cavemen.
Oh yeah, you're right. They do have like they try out other ones.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get why. Why would you ever switch from Geico to?
They
The
just had
Gecko,
different
you know.
ones.
It's just like they have
Well,
campaigns.
Affleck, they had to change, didn't they? Because Gilbert Gottfried got in trouble for some shit. right?
But they still
Did he
use
get something?
the duck. They just have a different guy who does the voice.
Is that what they do? Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know. I know he like lost the job, but did he die?
Just somebody else does
I
the
think
voice.
he died too. Anyways,
What?
right? Did Gilbert Gottfried die?
You disappeared.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
No.
Hold on, I can hear you.
You're not active. You're gone, my dude.
I'm here. I can hear you.
Bye, bye, bye.
He's reconnecting. You back?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. What were you
I
saying
could
now?
hear you the whole time. I could hear you the whole time.
Yeah, you were like robot voiced.
I was asking if Gilbert Gottfried died. Yes,
I don't-
I think he died.
Did he? Yeah,
Yes.
I think you're right.
He died
That
on
was like-
April 12th, 2022. That's another thing is we should have 2022 celebrity deaths.
I didn't
feel like
realize
there
that
were
was
a
this
lot.
year.
Yep.
There's a lot of celebrity deaths this year, though. Well, what else do we got?
All right, let's move on. We have the invasion of the Ukraine, February 24th. We can skip that because we already covered it.
Well, we get that.
Will Smith slaps Chris Rock. We
slap
definitely talked about
around
this
the
at the
world.
time.
Yeah, I told you
yeah.
this was probably one of the biggest news stories of the year. Besides
Yeah,
Russia and
it for
Ukraine,
sure
it's
was.
probably
It's
the
such
next one.
And I'm still with it was staged. Totally
Yeah.
staged. Everyone benefited.
We will never know.
Totally staged.
Yeah.
Nicole, where do you sit on this?
Do you think that slap was staged for
For
publicity?
reals?
Oh my
Or
god, I
bullshit?
remember talking to my trainer about this. No, I don't think it was staged.
Why?
Because Jada and Will, is it Jada?
Jada.
Jada.
Jada and Will have a very complicated relationship.
Oh, you only believe that because of the slap.
No,
No, they
Uh-huh.
had.
they have
There's
for
a
a
lot
long
of things
time.
beforehand.
They have come out about it, how basically they have like an open relationship because Will Smith refuses to divorce her and doesn't ever want to not have her in his life. So she gets to go and fuck around on him.
That seems like I don't. That's weird. I don't-
Yeah, so
He's
honestly,
Will
for
Smith.
me, she's cucked him out so much at this point that I really do believe that when he saw that she was upset, he knew he either had to do something or he was going to get it at home.
Really?
Yes.
That she fucks around on Will Smith.
Yes, and
But he's Will
also,
Smith. I don't. Will Smith
Yeah, but
apparently
she
has the
was-
craziest
Does that matter?
technology.
She's still in love with the dead guy.
That
Jada
matters a
Pinkett
lot.
Smith is also huge, so it doesn't really matter.
No, she's not. She's not huge at all. She was in The
The
Matrix.
Matrix?
That's it. That's it.
Set
The
it off.
Matrix.
Sir, set it off.
She was in
That's-
Set It Off?
Yeah.
Okay, that
She
was
was one of the lesbos.
other movie. But still, that's two movies. Name Will Smith's movies.
Oh,
Independence
well,
Day.
obviously one of them's
Bad
a
Boys,
bigger person.
MIB. Yo, bigger. He's A-list. She's like C-list.
That I'll give you. But also, did you
I'm
not
just saying,
notice
he could
after the
definitely-
slap, and he says like, "Keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth." Chris
Mhm.
Rock starts to say something. He goes, "No, I'm not going to say it." I think he was going to say the joke. I will if your like wife keeps all the dicks out of her mouth or something of that sort. I think he was about to say something very similar to that. Because he was about to retort, and he's like, "Nah, I'm not going to say it."
It's too easy.
Yeah.
I still think it was staged. No, I'm still staged. I think the Moonlight thing from years ago was staged. I think the only way the Oscars can stay relevant is to stage bullshit.
I will say, Chris Rock's career,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
boom,
of course it went
huge
better.
now.
Yeah, and Will Smith,
And he
whatever
knew he could
else happened,
recover.
he gained some street cred. All right, everyone thought he was the
He's not
get
the
jiggy with it rapper. Now he at
Right.
least he slapped a guy. I mean, he's a little tough.
Yeah, it was a pretty big backlash at first, but it's really died down since, right?
Yeah, you don't.
I will
care.
say it's fake if during this year he like stars in something huge, like a big blockbuster movie.
Ooh, that's.
It's like
interesting.
if
I bet
you
he
are
will.
forgiving him that quick within a year, staged.
Yeah,
His
and you
career
know what?
should
I
be
bet
over from that.
Not only will it be something, it'll be something where he plays like a hard ass gangster.
Yeah. Oh, dude, you're so right. That's what
On
it will be.
Netflix.
All right, so that's a prediction. I feel
Yeah,
like we
that's
should
my
have.
prediction. Yeah,
I think you're
I
right,
think we
dude.
both have that. All right.
I think you're right.
Next thing, Depp versus Heard trial.
Oh,
Oh, that was big.
glorious time.
Oh, you should have seen
The
him.
poo smelt around the world.
You should have seen him waking up early, turning on the
Mhm.
TV like he was a 50-year-old dad waiting for the
Really?
weather
Zach
with a
was doing
hurricane
that?
incoming.
Yeah, I watched
Oh my
that
god.
quite hard.
No,
it
I
was so
did like
interesting.
the news later. I didn't watch it that much. I was like, because some of it was interesting, but like it's a like if there's a big event, I'll watch it.
It was pretty interesting to watch the depositions and stuff play out.
I'm sure it's pretty interesting.
Like, most trials aren't very movie-esque. This one had so many like movie-esque moments in it.
Oh, Nicole, was that like clapping like "Go Johnny"?
Go, you got this.
No, because I was like,
Oh damn!
because when she first came out about all the stuff that happened, I was like, damn, another one canceled. But obviously, all this stuff comes out a few years after that, and it's like, now I don't know what the hell to believe.
Yeah.
The only thing is, her team was just always one step behind, and she was a worse actor.
Yeah, I still feel like
Johnny's team controlled the social
Yeah.
media narrative
I mean,
from the beginning.
I'll grant,
and
right.
that was
lots of
bold.
women can be sociopaths, and she probably was.
Yeah.
But also,
You mean is?
it probably is. Whatever, but still, Johnny Depp. I mean, he's this A-lister. He's got the charm. All right, no matter what.
Yep.
I mean, you
No,
put him on
100%.
the jury. You put him talking to a jury. He'll
Oh,
win
and-
him over. He
and
wins
he
him
was
over.
Hilarious to watch on
That's
the
his
stand.
fucking job, is to win people over.
Right, and he did it very well.
So,
he made their team look like a bunch of fucking idiots too. Like they did that to themselves as well, but he just added on to it. And my conclusion is they were both probably verbally abusive to each other all the time.
Yeah,
there's plenty of
But
beating
probably
people.
only Amber Heard was ever physically violent.
Yeah, okay. That's where it's no. You can't do that.
And I think they were
That's
just in a
where-
really shitty relationship.
That's also the one thing I do remember is where it's like where Johnny Depp has the level of charisma that is like unbelievable. Where like he
Right.
had like his hand bandaged, right?
Mhm.
It was all like ripped up, and he's like, and he was in an interview, and they asked him about his bandage, and he's just started joking about how he bit it because he was hungry. He's like,
Yeah,
just a little
he
hungry.
was telling kids that because he had to go to a children's hospital.
Yeah, that's a level of charisma. That's just like,
and then
it's
they had
hard
to
to
replay,
get.
and they play that to a jury when it's
Yeah.
actually from her throwing bottles and shit.
Exactly.
It's
And
like,
that's winning the jury
God, you
over.
lost.
The jury's like, okay, fuck you, Amber.
And you said you would donate money and never did.
I pledged.
I don't know that, but
I pledged it.
whatever.
Oh, she said she would pledge $10,000. I forget the exact figure. $10,000 to some charity.
A woman's charity, by the way.
Yeah, a women's abuse
Battered
charity.
women.
And they showed like she had never did it. She says, I said I would pledge, not donate.
What?
And
That's the
Elon,
fucking point.
and Elon
Exactly.
Musk like
That
matched
is
it.
that is sociopath level 10. No.
Exactly.
What were you
She's
saying, Nicole?
fucking insane, dude. She could even make herself look good on the stand at all. That's why it was so fun to watch, because it was such a train wreck. Anyways, what else? Dude, I do miss watching those in the morning.
What else? Don't stick your dick in crazy. Anyways.
I've already done that.
Too late.
Buffalo supermarket shooting. I'm not sure I remember this one. 10 people, all black, were killed when a white gunman opened fire at a top supermarket in Buffalo,
That's
New
weird,
York.
yeah.
That's because it got overshadowed by Uvaled, because Uvaled was like
Yes.
10 days later or something.
Yeah, you're right. It's exactly 10 days later, Nicole. You're spot on. May 24th.
That's just scary memory
That's
there.
crazy. That is the elementary
Well, it's just because
school.
it was 10 people, 10 days.
Also,
Oh, and
Isn't it-
this is where
it's
the
kinda
law
fucked
enforcement were
up.
just hanging out for 40 minutes to enter the classroom.
Jesus.
Jesus.
You also think it would be a news story because it was like a bunch of black people being killed by a white guy?
I know. You'd think
But
that would get more
nope.
play.
They
but,
said,
like,
nah,
once
it's
you
black
all-
people dead. What do we
But
care?
no,
Move on to the
but
next
still,
one.
Yeah, like you
no,
said,
because
then
the next
children
one was
died
yeah,
a
it
week
was
and a half
kids.
later.
It was kids.
Yeah, right,
Kids
right.
trump black people.
That's true.
In the Who Gets the News story Olympics.
When you're playing the trick-taking game of race and tragedy.
Jeez.
That sounds like that
And
could be a
there's-
very horrible game to make.
Right.
People would play
And there
it.
was also more to talk about because it was the cops fucked up majorly. Like it wouldn't have been
Right, yeah, that was
anywhere
crazy.
near as bad.
Yeah, like that one lady, she like got detained and then got out of her detainment and then was still able to go into the school, grab her kid and all of the kids' classmates and got them all out alive.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was a pretty sad
While
story.
they were faffing about.
Yeah, they should fire all those cops.
I'm pretty sure
See,
they
that's-
can't. There's no way they could work in that town ever again, right?
They shouldn't.
Like, the people in that town have to absolutely despise those people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they have to be very well known in that town now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, as like just like yeah.
The pieces of shit that didn't do anything about kids getting murdered.
Yeah. So
You know what I
like,
mean?
if
Their
you
lives
were-
have
like, if
to
they
be
can't-
way
if you're
different
working
now.
at the deli in a grocery store, and then that guy, like one of the cops, came to you, and you'd ask you for like a pound of ham or something, you'd be like, yeah, and then you'd come back 45 minutes later.
right.
Right?
Like, no, for real
Like,
though, right?
That's a normal response time. What?
For real though, that's probably what would happen, right? I could see that happening. Yeah, like, just let me wait 45 minutes, I'll get it for you. You
Yeah,
know what I
that'd be
mean? Like,
45
literally just that
minutes.
response to everything they do in town.
They're like, I gotta go in the back, but first, it might be locked. Let me sit here and check it. I gotta call a guy. All this
I gotta call
stuff.
backup, dude.
You don't
I
know.
can't cut this myself.
Mm.
Alright, what else we got?
Next one, another big one. This is actually a pretty big year. Roe v. Wade overturned.
Yeah, what month are we in?
This is so the last one was June 24th.
Yeah, Roe
It
v.
seems
Wade
like-
being overturned is pretty huge news.
Yeah, I feel like that's been like a mainstay for 50, 60 years, right?
Yeah, it's pretty wild
50
to
years.
overturn that. Is that often though that they like review something that's that like set in law?
No. Usually they don't overturn precedents, right?
So I mean,
It's
like
very
that's
rare
been
to
there
say,
for
like,
a
it's been
while.
set. Let's
Yeah, but there's
overturn
been
it.
a lot of those people that have been wanting to overturn it.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, I mean they've been trying for 50 years, the conservatives. So
Right.
eventually they won. You know what I wonder is like if there were any people on the fence, like maybe I should have abortion, maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. I'm deciding. But then like they're like, "Oh, they're going to decide on the Supreme Court. I got to go." I
Gotta
mean,
go
I might
get
not
it.
be able to
There
next
probably
week.
are a few people, right? There had to be.
Yeah.
There had to be
Probably.
people that like immediately moved up an abortion that they weren't
Yeah.
sure about.
Hey, better to regret having an abortion than to regret having a baby.
Mm.
That's true.
So in very related news, the next one is Ketanji Brown Jackson was sworn in as the Supreme Court Justice, the first black woman to be appointed to the court.
Huh.
And then
I
I remembered a
I
little.
remember slightly that happening.
I remembered a little slight something that from Twitter that I thought was hilarious. After this happened, and then I think she had a few arguments she sat on.
Yeah, I
So-
remember her going through like I don't know what it's called, a deposition or whatever, where they like ask her a bunch of
Deposition.
questions. I don't know the term.
A confirmation.
Confirmation, that's what it's
confirmation.
called. Where they just kept grilling her with stupid questions.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter because the Democrats control the Senate, so
Yeah.
it was pointless. But anyways, I looked this up ahead of time when I was doing the 2022 in review because I thought it was hilarious. Somebody did the word counts and the oral arguments of the Supreme Court justices, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, when you actually submit a case to the Supreme Court, you would go in and argue, and they would be able to ask questions and talk to the lawyers representing each sides, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, Justice Jackson, the new justice, averages 11,003 words. 11,000. The next one, Sotomayor, is 5,500. Kagan, 5,000. And then the one man that is ahead of a woman is Alito at 4,800. And then it's Barrett, the other woman, at 4,400. It just totally follows the stereotypes. The women are way ahead. And then Justice Thomas speaks about 1,500 words. The man barely speaks.
Whereas
Jackson is just... She's just like,
that's too
lady,
funny.
calm down. So
Enough with the words.
It's so stereotypical, stereotype affirming that the women talk way more than the men during the Supreme Court. Again, Alito's the only guy that's ahead of a woman, and he's just barely ahead. The rest of the men are at the bottom.
They're like right at the line.
Yeah, it's hilarious. So I thought that was funny. But yeah, other than that, yeah, that's the story. And she talks a lot.
She talks 11,000 is a lot.
Yeah,
That's a lot of words, man.
Compared to everyone else. Like compared to Clarence Thomas, the guy like says, "Are you sure that's what you mean?" "Yes. That's all I have to ask." The end. I know my decision.
11,000. How much do you think like one podcast we do that's an hour and a half to 2 hours? How many words do you think we speak in a podcast?
I think that's probably 2,000. That's a ballpark. It's hard to know.
Like 1 to 2,000?
Yeah, something like that.
So about like every year we might have 20,000.
I'm now counting
words.
when I speak right now.
Yeah, now we're going to be like 1, 2, 3.
That's another 7 to the count.
All right, what else? What else we got?
Shinzo Abe is assassinated.
Who?
The Prime Minister of Japan.
Oh, shit, I do remember hearing about that.
He was the Prime Minister all the way back to George W. He was Prime Minister for a long time.
Yeah, we need some assassinations in the U.S. Bring them back.
I've been saying
Christ.
I mean, I didn't say that FBI, CIA, NSA, and everybody else who's listening in on this.
That's getting borderline close to illegal.
I said that politicians would fall in line if a couple of them got assassinated.
Fall in line to who?
I'm just saying.
Where's they falling in line?
They'd stop doing shit that's screwing us over if we just assassinated a couple of them.
Nick, I'm not saying anybody should assassinate people. I'm just saying, wouldn't it be cool if some of those people were assassinated?
I will say, I really thought Barack Obama would at least get a few shots. Like, a few bullets flying towards him.
There's probably attempts we don't hear about, though, because they don't want to, like, make them news, right?
I know Trump got an attempt. Somebody tried to shoot him. I don't remember hearing Obama getting attempted.
Like I said,
by the way,
do they report on that? Are they going to make it known?
Do you remember the Whitest Kids You Know? Like, I think one of their very first early sketches.
Yeah. That one's
Did you
totally
know it's illegal to say? Somebody should. That's classic.
I wanna. This is probably illegal. Totally illegal, guys. I'm saying don't do this.
But we meet under the bridge, and our password is Foxforce5.
Whatever you do, don't make a whole entire campaign and slogan about "Let's make assassinations great again." That'd be totally illegal.
All right.
So what else
next
we got?
thing. Oh, okay. I don't know if you would know this, but I read enough weird people that I've heard about this. Magnus Carlsen, do you know who he is?
Yeah, the chess player.
Yeah, September 4th. Do you know about the cheating scandal?
The scandal. Where he
Hans
says
Niemann, and they're accusing him of shoving up a device up
scandal.
his asshole.
Yeah, the chest butt scandal.
I think you know about this. Okay. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. And then it seems, again, I like chess, I like playing, but I'm like, these guys are like leagues ahead of me.
Yeah.
But based on the little I've read, it does seem like that guy cheated his fucking ass
Yeah, it
off.
seems like he cheated. They did computer analysis of his moves, and basically,
Yeah.
like, they have like a little percentage of how much he's playing like a computer, and it's like 90% every time. And usually, it's like 60
Yeah.
or 70% for these guys.
Right. Like, it's pretty easy to say, like, they're not going to pick the optimal move every time. And if
Yeah,
they do, they're probably cheating.
yeah. It's pretty definitive if an AI is like doing it, and they're like, yeah, he's playing like 90 some percent like an AI.
It's odd to think, like, Carlson's response where he didn't. So he can't say, I think you're cheating, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because then he could be sued for slander,
Right.
right?
And how do you prove that?
Yeah, and then yeah, you can't prove that. So that guy could. So it's a little chess game in itself, right? It's like
Right.
I resign. That's it. I'm not gonna play you.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of smart on his part.
Such a weird thing that I don't know. Like we have these games
I
that
like
are
the idea.
big deals, but a computer could destroy you.
Right.
But we still treat it as like a big deal that you can win on your own.
Yeah, because we value intelligence. And
Yeah.
chess, for some reason, is still one of our major measures of intelligence, even though a lot of it is like memorizing openings and responses to
Well, that's
openings.
hard though. That like the
It
way
is, but it's
like there is
memorization and
it's
dedication, right?
it's not just it's also pure logic in memorization, right?
Right.
You have to do a lot of if then statements in your
I'm not saying
memorization.
it's not. Obviously, it does have some intelligence relation, but it's not like the only type of intelligence is
Yeah.
whether or not you can memorize and do logic puzzles.
Yeah, I would
It's a
like
very specific type of intelligence that's
Yeah, that's true.
looked at in society.
I would like if we got like the number one chess player, so this guy,
Mm-hmm.
and then maybe like the number one, I don't know, stratego player, where there's imperfect information on like chess. The number one whatever, poker player, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And we give them IQ tests.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah, who do you think would like top out?
That's interesting. I would say probably the chess player because the types of questions on a IQ test lean more towards that kind of person, right?
Yeah,
They're logic puzzles
because
usually.
poker is more like reading people, and
Yeah,
there's
you
nothing
can't
about
you
that.
can't test that intelligence of I can read
It's
people.
Stratego too, but it has more strategy. I don't know. Yeah,
It's very
that's I think
tactical.
why it is like chess is the thing because it's perfect information and it's boiled down. It is 100% pure logic.
Right.
Like in the game itself, even though like what they're doing is mostly memorization, it is pure logic. Like if they attack here, then I attack here, then they attack here,
Mm-hmm.
then they attack here, then I can do this. Like it's pure logic.
Right.
So yeah, I think it's hard to think. Go is the one where like it's so abstract. Maybe a Go player would top it, but
I
I've
think
tried playing Go. I have a hard time following what the fucking rule is.
yeah, it's kind of tough. It's that they have like there's like two rules in Go that make it super complicated, even though it's a super
Yeah,
simple game. Because there's only like 3 rules or so to begin with.
right. Yeah, there's something weird about it where I'm like, wait, how did they just do that?
Right.
When I play against like a computer, I don't know. Anyways,
But I was gonna
I don't know
say,
about Go. Go's really weird.
Bobby Fischer made a type of chess where I feel like that would be a better
Mm-hmm.
example of intelligence because it's also thinking like what's currently happening logic, where your board is randomly set up, so it's not your
Uh-huh.
typical chess setup,
Oh,
but each side is randomly set up, and
yeah.
that way you can't memorize chess openings. You have to work with what you're given.
Yeah, there are apparently a lot of chess variants that like the high level players
Mm-hmm.
will like to play instead because it's more
Yeah,
of
it
like,
works their brain on chess, but not the way they
Yeah.
normally plan. Makes
yeah, and
sense.
it's a little more pure, like you're
Yeah.
actually doing the thinking. All right,
Yep.
next story. I don't know what the fuck this one's about. Something about drama over Don't Worry Darling, some TV show I've never heard of.
No, I don't know what that's even talking about.
Next thing, Queen Elizabeth II died.
Yeah.
That happened on September 8th.
It's like big news, but I'm kind of like, can we like not care?
I don't know, it just feels like now you can't say the Queen's English. You got to say the King's English.
Yeah, but also I feel like we will care less about
God save the King.
royalty. Because
Yeah, I don't think there's been nearly as much stories about Charles.
we only cared about Queen Elizabeth because she's just been around for so long. She was around when we cared. And so we just continued to care.
She lasted from when we cared to when we really just didn't give a shit anymore.
Exactly. So now we just won't care.
But we were just doing it out of tradition. I feel like her death, it's a lot like shorting Tesla. It was gonna happen real soon. It's just really hard to time the
just
exact
for timing
moment.
it was tough. After COVID, though, I feel like if you would have predicted sometime after COVID, like 2021 or 2022 would probably be the years. It just seems like a lot of those people that are older are just kicking the bucket after COVID.
You know who's really suffering after Queen Elizabeth II's death?
Who?
Fancy hat makers. Right?
Yeah, she was the fancy hat
They had that
person.
one big customer. The fancy hat making industry is plummeting.
I'm sure she probably had a personal hatter.
You're probably right. But that's what she's famous for, right? Is the hat matches the outfit.
Yeah, of course.
It's very fancy.
Kind of wild. Imagine, like, she probably paid for a hat what I've probably paid for a house.
Probably. I bet
Like,
that's
it's
not
probably
wrong.
not too far off.
It's probably ridiculously stupid.
All right, what else we got? Because
All right, Alex Jones goes to trial against Sandy Hook parents.
he just went to trial in this year. I thought like the thing completed and everything.
Yeah, he was ordered to pay nearly $1.5 billion in damages for defamation.
That was a quick
October
case, 12th.
I guess. Yeah, I don't think you get that much time in civil cases, right? Like I remember in the Johnny Depp Amber Heard, the judge was saying, by this date, it's going to be over and we're going to have a
that's
decision.
true. Yeah,
they get like 6 weeks or something.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah,
They just have
like,
a certain amount of time.
Yeah, like you can't waste the court's time.
Yeah, that's fair.
So it probably started like
But you know what?
September.
I'm okay with this because I do think news outlets are getting a little too in the I'm opinion. I'm like opinion. I'm not news. And like there is a limit to free speech, and if you're spouting fake news too often, like
I don't know.
If
I gotta
it's
know
damaging,
exactly what
can
he
be
said.
damaging.
Did he say yes? They did not. I know for a fact that did not occur. That's not true.
Did he say that?
That's what I'm saying. If he said that, then yeah.
But pretty much that's what Alex Jones said.
But if he said no, if he said questioningly, do we know that person's real?
That's not how Alex Jones speaks, man.
You're probably right.
Alex Jones definitely doesn't speak that way. It probably didn't happen. No, he's like, they turned the freaking frogs gay. He didn't say, they probably put something in the water that made the frogs possibly gay. No.
Yeah, you know what I feel like their defense should have been? Is
what?
Like, he's basically the guy you see on the corner shouting shit at a stop sign saying he's a communist because it's red.
That's the Tucker Carlson
fucking lunatic.
defense, right?
Is it?
Yeah,
I have no idea.
He was, I think, sued, or Fox News was, for his program, and they basically said no one would believe him. He's not a news channel.
Is it Tucker Carlson, you said?
Yeah, that's how he got out of it. Just all the things he said. I don't remember the specific thing, but I know he got away with it, not being sued, because the courts ruled that no one would take him seriously. Like, he's not supposed to be factual person.
He actually seems way more serious than Alex Jones.
That's why I was like, how did Alex Jones
seem like the guy just screaming at a stop sign.
If I was his defense, I would just play who would believe this man? and play the "Turn the Frogs Gay" over and over to the jury.
No.
Like,
That's
would you
not
believe
what you
this?
have to play. You know what you have to play? Remember the Joe Rogan clip where what was it he was saying? He was like, "You know me, Joe. I don't believe in aliens." or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it goes 5 seconds later. And he goes, and then the aliens are coming down.
Right,
and
right,
they're
right.
taking over your brains. And he just goes, and he has the guy with the like,
Clearly,
bug eyes
the dude
going
is
like,
just fucking
this
crazy.
guy is just fucking lunatic.
He's literally all over the place.
That should have been his defense, is that Joe Rogan video, is just watch this.
That would be a good
No
one.
one takes this guy seriously. He's a fucking lunatic.
All right, what else do we have?
Liz Truss, the next PM of Britain, resigned after only 7 weeks.
I didn't know anything about this because this is not
You
U.S.
know,
news.
the previous one was Boris Johnson. You know him, that guy.
Dude, I give you a pass on Queen Elizabeth.
Crazy
That's
hair?
non-U.S. news.
All right, we'll skip.
What
that.
are we doing here, man?
Look, all I'm gonna say.
I thought this was
that
America.
People thought
I mean,
that
they're
Liz
very close
and
being Britain, right?
Elon.
They speak the King's English now.
All I'm gonna
Yes,
say
the
is
next
that
one is Elon buys Twitter.
What were you saying?
Yeah, what are you saying, Nicole?
Nicole was saying something. What were you saying?
all I was gonna say is that like people thought Liz and Elon were tied for like the stupidest person of the year, and then fucking Andrew Tate came in at the very end of the year.
Wait, don't spoil the ending. Okay,
Elon Musk
funny
buys
enough,
Twitter.
yeah, Elon Musk.
Next story, October 27th.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. It's
Yeah,
pretty
I feel
random.
like this should have been like started way before, because like there was months of it. He made the proposal months before. Like, I'm gonna buy it.
But he didn't
It's
actually
like,
buy it.
fuck that! I'm not gonna buy this shit.
I don't even understand it.
Did
like,
I sign
why?
that thing?
He's
Why
basically
did he
trying
do
to
it?
control news media.
I'm starting to buy into the idea that he is like bipolar, and he was just like, one day he's like, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna do
Could
it.
there
I'm
not
gonna
have
change
been,
the
like-
world.
But bipolar, like, he would have had plenty of chances to, like, come down from a manic state and not buy Twitter.
No, I mean, that could last weeks or a month where he's in his manic phase and he's like, I'm going to change the world after I buy this thing.
True. I mean, there's
And
something...
then afterwards he's like, shit, why did I do that?
Why did I buy all of Twitter again? Oopsie daisy.
I don't know if that's true, but that was one theory I saw that was like, that seems plausible.
There's definitely something weird because I feel like a manic state would make sense because I feel like he just wants to control a news media outlet, and Twitter is
There
the
are
very
so many-
far left one, and he doesn't like the left.
Yeah, but there's so many better options.
I don't think so. I
For
think
what? No, but
Twitter's
for what
the
he
biggest
paid for
left
Twitter.
news
That's
media.
true, but Zach, okay, Bezos bought the Post. Carlos Slim, the Mexican guy, bought the New York Times.
But
I mean,
what
they were
left wing
like
people
a couple
read those
million
as
dollars.
much as
The
Twitter?
New York Times, though, that's huge, and it was like, I don't.
Is
let
it
me
though?
See what New York Times?
When's
was
the
bought
last time
for.
you read New York Times?
Oh, lots of times.
When's the last? No,
Like specific articles? Yeah, lots of times.
When's the last time you read a New York Times article?
Probably like a few days ago. Seriously.
When's the last time you checked Twitter?
Okay, today.
Ah,
But
got
still, I do read the New York Times when it's posted somewhere and someone links to it all the time.
Yeah,
Like
but you
several-
don't go to the New York
I'd
Times
probably
to read New
say
York Times
5
articles.
No, I don't go directly there. But
Exactly.
probably 5 times a month. But here's the thing. He only paid $100 million, Carlos Slim.
Yes. Now the
100
price
million.
of Twitter is insane.
Yeah, he could have bought, like, the New York Times 10 times. Not 10 times. That would have only been 1/40th of Twitter's price.
Right.
He could have bought that 440 times, Zach.
I will agree
He could
with
have bought
you.
that over and over, or just 440 different things as big as the New York Times.
I agree with you. The price was outrageous.
Yes, it was ridiculous and stupid.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I don't know why that
it's
happened.
the big thing. So it's probably the biggest one that you could buy,
Yeah.
but it's probably the dumb one to
well,
buy.
Facebook, if you're buying the biggest one.
No,
wouldn't it be Facebook?
that he couldn't buy it. I said that you could buy. He could not afford Facebook.
That's what. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Twitter was affordable.
Gotcha. All right, what else? Elon Musk
Okay,
with the
next
dumb
thing.
move.
Midterm elections. This was surprising, because so rarely, usually the betting markets beat the statisticians. This one, the statisticians won in the midterms.
Really?
Yeah, so they were predicting
So
Democrats
a
did
lot of
better.
people lost bets on this then.
Yeah, they did actually, and that's why I always watch the predictions. So I thought the Republicans were definitely going to sweep because I watch the betting markets because historically they have done better.
Right.
But they lost on this one. They were like the Republicans are definitely going to win. A lot more seats. I mean, they did win, but not nearly as much as
Not what they were
the
supposed
predictions
to.
were showing. So I thought that was interesting. It was pretty crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, 2023 is going to be a crazy year with all the politics. That's for sure.
Yeah, the big thing about this was people think Trump lost a lot of
All his
power.
supporters.
Yeah, and his probability to win the next presidential election fell dramatically after this because a lot of the candidates he hand selected and then went and promoted, they lost.
Wow.
Whereas the
so it looks bad for him. It's
Yeah.
not even good to be backed by him.
And even worse is DeSantis won like a huge victory, like more than predicted. He won. So that's where I was like, oh, okay.
What do we got next
odds
then?
DeSantis is going to be president.
Yeah.
It goes up.
That goes way up.
Powerball, I don't care. The world's population has reached 8 billion.
Good Lord, are we really at 8 billion? I was still thinking in my head like the 3.5 number I've heard like 10 years ago.
I always think 6.
It was 7 billion 11 years ago. I always thought 7.
I always thought 3.5, and it must be from like way back where I first heard the number.
It's like the
population.
1990s, man.
That's probably when I remember it from.
World population by decade. I'm gonna look at.
You thought 6?
Yeah, well, I mean, I knew it grew since then, but like 6 is the last number I had in my head.
Jesus Christ, Zach! You were reading Zach. You were reading the Guinness Book of World Records from 1968.
Oh, maybe I'm just crazy.
No, yeah,
What,
that's when it was.
8 billion people?
3.5 billion. 8 billion.
Seems like a lot of fucking people,
so badly? Because India is a billion, China's a billion. That's 2 billion right there.
I never really
Zach.
thought about it.
We're already up to 2 billion.
You're right. That's so many fucking people.
That is a lot of people, though. You're right. That's a lot of fucking people.
No wonder we're gonna.
What do they all do all day?
Are we gonna start declining though?
No. Well, I know Africa is like. So, but like our country, Japan especially, they're like going down way.
Is China declining too?
China is for sure declining. Japan's like one of the worst. Korea's also very bad.
What about
Asian
India?
Ones are very bad. I don't think India is. India's actually very young.
Keeping it steady?
Yeah, I think they're not that... Oh, you know what? I can Google... God, what's that called? Like the number of children a woman has per person.
Baby rate? Birth rate?
No, birth
Baby
rate.
Baby rate. What's them popping out kids rate?
What's
we can look
conversion?
at it. I want to see what the worst ones and the best ones are.
Yeah, what's the conversion?
I guess the highest ones. The ones where the ladies are just like in the kitchen popping out babies. Niger.
The Niger rate?
How am I looking at that? Okay, I gotta read this. Okay, per 1,000 people. That's a weird... I want to, like, per woman, how many children does a woman have?
Per one woman. What's the average rate, baby rate, birth rate?
Okay, here we go. This one's more up to date. Yes, it's Niger. Oh, Jesus Christ. In Niger, the average woman has 7 babies.
The average?
6.9 technically.
That's the average?
But basically 7 babies. Nicole, you are lagging.
Average?
You are lagging behind, Nicole.
Good Lord.
6.9 babies. They basically
That means a lot of them are having above that.
Yes, that's true.
That's insane.
And they are
That means
all
they have
Africa
no birth
at the
control
top.
over there.
Somalia
Yeah, I
is
mean, that's probably true.
6.4. Chad is 6.3. The Congo is 6.2. Mali, it's all Africa up at top.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And then let's head towards the bottom here. Whew, that is a lot. Let's see what this down at the bottom.
Who has like a 0 average? Is there
Oh,
anywhere?
Hong Kong at 0.9. Korea, like I said, 0.8.
Wow, that's pretty bad.
Italy is 1.2. Japan, 1.3.
So what's the U.S. at?
I think we're at a little above 2. Let me find us. Oh, the
It's
UK
still
is
not.
only at 1.6. I believe we're at
Wow.
2.2, and it's mostly because of immigrants.
Yeah. I would say we're definitely
I'm
lagging.
pretty
Most
sure
people
I
I know
know what
don't
we
have
are.
kids, or they have 1 or 2. Most.
Yeah, 1.6. Ah, shit, I thought we were at 2. That's below
We're
replacement
not.
rate.
Yeah, we're not even at replacement rate
I do
anymore.
know this is mostly immigrants having them. It's the
Yeah.
Mexicans ladies that are bumping our numbers.
They're bumping the numbers up. It makes sense though. Like I don't feel like
Yeah, no one has kids anymore.
millennials are
It's
having
crazy.
many
I mean, you
kids.
can just look at our own family, right?
Yeah.
Like, look at how many kids. Like when you went to a family party in the 90s,
Hmm.
the kids outnumbered the adults for sure,
That is a
right?
very good point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then you go and it's like my kids
You
and then a
see, you,
couple more.
you see, like it was actually weird to have
Yeah.
two sets of babies
Yes,
at
it
the
was
party. Like
weird
you
because
brought
we
a
have a
baby and
pandemic
somebody
baby
else
bump.
brought babies.
Yeah. Yeah, it's strange.
It's like,
But
whoa, we got two people brought babies here?
yeah, but when we were the kids in the 90s, the babies far outnumbered the adults by
Yeah,
a
that's a
lot.
good point.
Yep, it was 2+ per family.
And just look at
Yeah.
so mom's parents had 4 children, dad's
Yeah.
parents 4 children, then they had 4 children, and none of us have 4 children.
And then look at the decline though.
The max is 2 so far for all of us.
Do you know how much so our grandma on dad's side,
Uh-huh.
I think they had which, her parents, so our grandma on dad's side, her parents. I think it was
Uh-huh.
maybe 11 children. It's something absurd.
Yeah, I remember hearing that before.
Like it's something
Yeah.
ridiculous that would never happen today. Like who the fuck has 11 children?
Right.
No one would do that today. It would
No,
never happen.
almost never. Dude, between you, me, Nick Josh and Alan,
Uh-huh.
our rate is 1.25.
Oh, did you just do that? You're right.
Yeah.
See, we're below average even.
Yeah. We're not at
You know why? Because
replacement rate.
we're not the immigrants. We're not the ones bumping the
Yeah.
numbers.
Well, babe, you got the Hispanic
Yeah.
heritage. We gotta start bumping our numbers.
Yeah, Nicole, you got to get us to at least 1.6.
We gotta at least get to the 2, man. We gotta get
At least-
replacement rate.
Yeah, Nicole, the first thing, start with triplets.
Don't put that evil on us, Ricky Bobby.
I was gonna say, well, I mean, I'm on the generation for twins.
Oh. Ooh. Oh,
It
2
runs
sets
on
of
my
twins.
on my dad's side. On my
God, if
dad,
that
my
happens, I wish
grandmother's.
you the best of luck.
Yeah. We'll call for advice if that ever happens.
The advice is don't sleep. Give up on that.
Because my great grandmother was a twin, and then she didn't have twins, and then my grandmother had twins, and then my dad did not have twins, so technically it's me now.
It skips a generation every time.
Mm-hmm.
Or you up the game and have triplets, Nicole.
Yeah. We'll do better. We'll quadruple it, baby.
I literally
Let's
don't
go.
think I could carry that many kids in my body.
All right. Next
All right.
story. Let's Club Q nightclub shooting.
I don't remember this. Is that a gay bar shootout?
Yeah, gay
Yes.
club.
Okay.
Only 5 people killed, 25 injured though.
That's because one of the guys there, he stopped the shooter.
Yeah, I feel like this is becoming 9/11 thing where, like, if somebody starts shooting a place, somebody's, like, taking action now. because it's just what's happening. It's so in the news all the time. Like if somebody doesn't, you're going to get shot if you don't detain this person. And they're usually not like expert marksmen or anything, so like you can risk your life because you're going to get killed anyways. Just like 9/11, if you know you're going to get killed anyways, you might as well risk your life trying to fight.
Did somebody fight this guy? Oh yeah. The patrons and employees at the club were able to subdue him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right.
I think it's leaning more towards there's going to be people fighting back more now.
Yeah, they should. But I don't. Yeah, it's hard to do though when you it's hard to not just run.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
It's going to be a proximity thing, right? Like if I can run, I'm running. But like a gun, you can't outrun a bullet. So like you have to know that you can run.
Yeah, but
right?
So this is dark, but I didn't watch the whole thing, but I on 4chan, the one in the Australia, I think, New Zealand maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I watched where the guy live streamed it.
It's
fucking dark.
I wanted to watch that just to because just out of the morbid curiosity and
only a few
self-defense.
People actually fought back. A couple guys went and took swipes at him. Almost everyone just ran to the corner of the building.
Yeah, and that's my point. Is you just get shot in the corner,
which is your instinct is probably get as far away as this person as they can, and that's the opposite corner of where he is.
Right.
And only a few men were brave enough to go in, and they got shot immediately because it's a gun. But
yeah, that's why I feel like I would only attack. I would only attack
if you were trapped.
Yeah, I was trapped, or I have an upper hand, he doesn't see me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or, you know what I mean? I'm not just going to run full speed at somebody with a gun.
Yeah, you need it's
a distraction.
It's need you and multiple people at the same time making the same decision to charge, right?
That's what you can't shoot everybody.
It can't be one at a time, and that's what really happened in the Australia thing. It was one guy would go up and swipe at him and get shot.
Yeah,
which that won't work.
It's not. Yeah, it's not. It's like in kung fu films when one person goes to attack them at a time. It's just not going to work. Films
were okay, everyone else, hold off on him. What this guy attack him?
Dance in the background.
Now he got beat up. Let me go and attack him.
It's fucked up, but it's true, man. That's what happens.
I want to know if you know this next story.
Lay it on me.
Because the first story they didn't put in here, but it was very much advertised before the midterms. Student debt forgiveness put on hold.
People with 10,000 or less? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, you ain't getting that money.
Yeah, they're suing. They're suing so it doesn't happen, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard about that.
I don't think the Democrats are fighting it. They're just yeah, we never actually intended to do that.
You know what, though? It's been put off. I just saw a thing. Debt, paying back your student loans has been put off for the 4th year now.
Oh, Jesus. That's crazy.
At what point are we what is it, 7 years for normal debts? It's forgiven. But these are student.
But you can't expunge that.
So. Yeah, I know it's student loans, which work on a completely different rule set. But yeah, I knew the whole 10,000 or less thing is being.
Yeah, I barely knew this. I read maybe one little thing saying that.
Yeah, but I have an investment in it, so I look out on it every now and then.
Oh, I heard so much about the forgiveness. And then maybe I saw one small article about it's not actually happening. That's it.
I know people are challenging it. I didn't know it's actually officially not happening yet.
It's on hold. It's not happening. It maybe could be ruled on sometime in 2023 by the Supreme Court. But right now,
here's what I think is going to happen. It's going to be on hold until the 2024 election. And then if Democrats get elected...
Their October surprise.
Yeah, either they're going to use it as we're going to push it through before the elections, or they're going to hold it over people for elections.
They'll hold it over. That's the whole point.
Yeah. They're going if we get in, we're going to do it. If we
That
get
was,
in,
like,
we're
one
gonna
of
do
their
it.
big selling points in the midterms, and it's like, oh, but yeah, never mind.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, what are you gonna do? It is crazy
Yeah.
though to be like, hey, we're gonna forgive all that student loan. Never mind.
Never mind.
Forget about that.
Okay. Next story. This is I don't know if this is big yet or not, but nuclear fusion announced, not that it was nuclear fusion actually, so this isn't exactly, is a net energy gain, right?
Yeah, I read about that and my brain didn't understand it because I didn't like. That seemed like
So, fusion
impossible.
versus fission, do you know the difference?
Yeah, so fusion is when you combine the atoms, like collide them
Hmm.
together, and fission is when you split the atoms apart.
Yeah. Yeah, and the big point is, so fusion, so first of all, it's done in the sun, right? That's how the sun
Yeah. That's
does
why
it.
it goes
But
on for so fucking
the
long.
big point is that what you probably generate, is it water or something? Fusion generates like toxic waste.
Mm-hmm.
Fusion generates basically nothing. It's nothing, like, so you combine hydrogen atoms to create helium atoms and then
Mm-hmm.
get an energy. So it's way cleaner, right?
Right.
So
There's
it'd
not
be
waste. I
way
get it.
better if we could do it this way rather than producing a
Yeah.
bunch of toxic waste.
Mm-hmm.
And then the big thing is there's a net energy gain. So before it was they put more energy in than they got out, so not a big
Oh, I
deal.
see.
Like
So it
they would just
wasn't
lose money.
useful for electricity.
Yeah. So you just lose money doing it.
I
And
see
this is
what
the
you're
first
saying.
time they got an energy gain. But from what I've done very limited reading, but it's like
Minor, minuscule.
under very specific circumstances, you could do it, and it would
So
be a
wait, if
very
we're
small
doing
gain.
fusion, can we actually take atoms and create molecules now? Like, I guess we
Yeah,
can in the lab already with like diamonds and shit.
yeah. You can
Yeah.
turn hydrogen into helium, or
Huh.
you could turn helium into, I don't remember, but like that's actually how the universe was created, right? Is
Yeah.
like all our atoms come from fusion, fusing them together to create the heavier atoms.
Right.
Um, but yeah, I don't know. And then
Allegedly.
the ongoing joke has always been fusion is only 5 years out, like economic fusion, and then it's been that way
But it's
from like
always
the
5 years out.
1970s. Is
Yeah.
1970? They're like, nuclear fusion is only 5 years away. And then
Right.
1990, nuclear fusion is only 5 years away.
We can do
And
it.
then the joke is this hasn't really changed it. Is they're like, this is a demonstration.
Of how
Real
it's 5
nuclear
years
fusion,
away.
yeah, after we've done this, is only 5 years away. Is we're like, we'll wait and see, okay,
Alright,
buddies? Okay, we'll wait.
sure. Alright, what's the next item on the
Oh,
agenda?
this is interesting. 10 years since Sandy Hook. That's the elementary school shooting.
So Alex Jones was about Sandy Hook, right?
Yeah, so 10 years later.
That was 10
That's how
years
long,
ago?
that's how fucking
Holy
fast the court system
fuck.
works. Is 10 years later we have a ruling.
Holy fuck, that took forever.
But that's about right. I feel like it was 2012. That's rough because I think I remember what I was doing generally when that happened. And
Right.
that's right, 2012,
Damn.
which is crazy.
Yeah, that seemed like that was not that long ago.
Yeah, 10 years.
We just have been dealing with shootings ever since. We're just like, yeah, this is just America now.
Yeah, and that was December 14th. And then the next thing is Argentina wins the World Cup, which we don't give a shit about.
Boo.
And that's it. That's
Wait.
the end of the year.
The Andrew Tate thing happened.
It does not have that. I think this was written before.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you know
he,
what I'm
like,
talking
he's
about
Andrew
though from
Tate
that,
Tate
right?
thing.
He's a kickboxer, and he was caught for trafficking. That's
So he's
all I know.
he's a kickboxer that was a major
and a douchebag. I know he's a
influencer.
douchebag.
Yeah, he's
I
a
know
major
he's a
male
douchebag.
influencer.
By that you mean douchebag.
Yeah,
Yes.
basically. I mean, you're not wrong.
Like most of what I've seen of his reposting It was like this guy is a clear fucking douchebag.
Yeah.
Like for sure a douchebag.
Yeah,
Like
and
the one I saw that was clear
clearly.
douchebaggery is like some guy was trying to raise money for his kid.
Oh, yeah. He's like, I got 2 cars. You suck.
Yeah, and then it's a fraction of what I spend on my cars. And then if you beg me, I'll fund it. Like
Right.
that is like
That's pretty
epic
much Andrew
level
Tate in a
douchebag.
nutshell.
That is epic level douchebag.
But for him to get outed because he ordered pizza and posted and bragging about it.
Oh, I
was
don't know
pretty
this
hilarious.
actually. Even though I saw that, I don't know.
Nicole, I'll let you
Something
explain
about-
this.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
So basically, Andrew Tate had. Do you know who Greta Thunberg is?
Yes, that's why I know it's something to do with pizza boxes.
Yeah.
That's all I know. I don't get the reference. She said
What
something
happened
about.
was he
Yeah.
was trying to like own her on Twitter, and he's like, "Oh, check out my like 33 cars and all the emissions that they take up." And he's like, "I can send you all my, all the information about all my cars." And she's like, "Yeah, send me an email at like smalldickenergy@getalife.com." And then he's like, "Oh, so you realize that you're saying that you have like small dick energy, right? Like that's your email address." But apparently Twitter 120 characters was not enough for him. He felt like he had to make a video.
Okay.
And in the video he's talking about like smoking cigars and how that's also bad for the environment. And then they like bring him a pizza, and he's got like this pizza box front and center that clearly has like
25 something.
Well, it has it's in the language from there, and it's a local pizza chain, and he's talking about how he's not gonna recycle the box either, and all this other shit. And so the authorities saw it, and it confirmed that he was in the country.
The authorities
country?
needed confirmation that he was home and in the country to raid the house again, and so that pizza box
What
proved that he
country?
was
What
home.
country is he in?
Romania.
Okay, he's in Romania.
Yeah.
And he was trafficking women?
Yeah, he was forcing them to be like cam girls and stuff. And taking all that money, like I'm assuming
Romania.
like OnlyFans and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think at one point
And
he had,
collecting
like,
the money from them.
He had like 6 girls locked up in the basement, allegedly.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's a real piece of shit.
Allegedly.
Real piece of shit.
Yeah, which you could tell right away.
Yeah, it doesn't take much like deduction to figure that out.
And yeah, so
Like,
people are
if
roasting
this
him.
guy could create slaves out of women, he'd do
He
it.
probably would.
He would do it.
Right. And he did. Alright. Is that it then? That's the year, huh?
Yeah.
It was a pretty
I was
busy
gonna say-
year though.
What's his name? Tate?
Yeah. Andrew
He
Tate.
needs more than Johnny Depp charisma to win over the people in the trial he's going to have.
Yeah, he does not have that. He only wins over like 15-year-old males that are like angry at women because they're not
Yes.
fucking them.
I mean, there's plenty of dudes that are older than that
Just
that
the
are mad about
bros.
it.
Yeah, or
The
older
I'm
guys.
so-
Yes, but that's his demographic.
Right.
I'm an alpha male, guys.
Yes, those
I'm an
two.
Omega.
What? That's Omega? I don't get that, but okay.
Super Omega. Alright. So now we gotta move on to our predictions, right?
Yes.
Do you have any bold predictions you want to start with for...
Bold is hard.
I mean, you had a
Let me
bold
start
one
with
last time.
the little ones while I think.
Okay.
Big predictions.
We had a couple
this is
earlier
what's
that we
missing
said.
is AI.
Yeah.
Is big
we had
AI
Wait.
predictions.
We had a couple earlier that we said. What were we talking about?
I don't remember.
Predictions that we would have for the next year that will play out. Santos being the runner for the Republican Party instead of Trump.
DeSantis?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't-
all
oh, okay.
Florida
Here's my
will vote for
prediction.
him.
Biden will not be the runner.
Ooh.
That's my. I don't know if that's bold. I think that's kind of bold. Is Biden will not run again? It'll be somebody else. They can't.
I can see that. He's just not gonna win.
Yeah, he will fall apart in the debates.
Yeah.
The inflation is so bad.
Right.
That's
everything.
my one prediction. I don't know how bold that is.
Yeah, because I'm with you on that one.
Okay. I don't know if Santis will be. I think it's going to be a. I don't know if Trump will even. He might bow out to Santis.
You think?
DeSantis.
I don't think he will, but I think Trump will lose. I think the Republican Party will vote for
That's the
Santos,
problem,
and
is
all
it-
of Florida will.
But
I'm
if
with
he
Nick
knows
on
he'll
this.
lose, he might bow out.
I'm with you on this because he just did those like NFT collector cards, and I feel like if you're running a political campaign in the next year,
that's
you're not
terrible.
making NFTs.
He's trying to cash out.
Oh,
Yeah,
please.
that's why I said I think he's cashing out like his last minute this
I
is
didn't
my
know he's
last
doing
chance to
NFTs.
make
If he's
money.
doing FTs, I'm with you, Zach.
Or maybe
I
he's
think
trying to raise
DeSantis is
NFT
going to be the
money
runner.
for
Yeah.
the campaign.
But he's not gonna raise enough money to run a campaign. I think that's just he's trying to cash in on his name before he doesn't run. He said he's gonna run. He announced it, right? But who fucking?
Yes, he did.
No, nobody cared.
But I don't think he will want to run if he knows he's going to lose.
Exactly.
And he's so old. What is Trump's age?
76.
Like maybe
He's almost
76.
80.
76 years old. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm with you on that.
All right. What else we got?
I'm with you. You started to talk about AI. I feel like all our predictions should start leaning towards AI because I feel like
that's the one thing that
that's
wasn't
where
on
everything's
here
headed.
at all. Is like the stable diffusion and GPT-4. That shit should be on here. Chat GPT. That should be on here.
Yeah. Just messing with that, it was almost like a little too scary messing with it for a little bit. I'm like, this is almost too crazy.
But what
Zach
do you
was
predict
having
will
it write me
happen,
poetry and Stephen King novels.
I don't want to say specifically, but I think a lot of our lives will be easier once we start to learn how to utilize AI.
Yeah, I think 1 year is too short to extrapolate from what's happening. I think a lot of artists are going to lose their job, but it's 10 years out.
Yeah.
I think slowly. And I think that it's actually going to level off in ability. I don't think Chat GPT 5 is not going to be as big as an improvement from 3 to 4 and 2 to 3 was. It's just going to keep, kind of leveling off. Because I don't think we're getting to general intelligence.
Yeah. I do think anything
I don't know
that
if I
is
can get a specific prediction from that.
Anything that is just as much craft as art. So writing is a lot of a craft, right? There's a lot of craft to it.
Mm-hmm.
With a little bit of nuance, I feel like that would start to you're only going to have top tier writers anymore.
Yeah. Well, that's all it is now, right? I mean, for the most part, it's a star-driven industry.
I guess it'll be harder to break into any industry like that. You really have to stick out, right?
Yeah.
You already do, but now you're competing against AI as well.
There will be much more clickbait bullshit. That is what I think ChatGPT is good at. Shit that was barely thought of in the first place.
What do you mean?
Clickbait, right?
Yeah, but I don't know what you mean by why there will be more clickbait
because it's easy to generate. You just tell the chat bot, give me a list of the top 10 celebrities who are getting fat.
I see what you're saying.
Whatever. That's all you got to do, and the whole fucking article's written for you.
Yeah, I feel like you can really make a career out of just utilizing Chat GPT right now.
Yeah. There's just going to be more, and it's low intelligent content. Because if you ask ChatGPT something complicated, it's not very good. I said, I tried to get it to make a murder mystery for me. Mm-hmm. It was nonsense. I was it was if you were if you're not reading it closely and you're trying to if it was an audiobook and you're doing some chore, you'd be like, oh shit, did I not listen to something? Did I miss something? Does this make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's the kind of thing it is. right? But it
Right.
doesn't actually make sense. If you read closely, you're like, that doesn't make any fucking sense at all. But it sounds like it does.
But this is also just like the beginning, though. That's why it's like
Yeah, but
using
that's
it
where
and
I think
seeing
it's gonna
it.
level off.
When you can like extrapolate, like if it gets better, you're like, that is
But
scary. If
it's
it can
like,
get better, though.
so it's mostly though it's right brain. Like it's 100% right brain, not left brain. Right? If you
Right,
ask it
but
a math problem that's even a little complex, it'll get it wrong. But if you like, it kind of gets the vague notion of what's right. Right?
that's
It's
what it is now. That's what I'm saying. Like right
no, I don't think
now.
it's going to get better because I know how it works. It's just basically statistics. It has no
Uh,
actual logic in there.
hmm.
Right? It's
Yeah.
basically just combing through trillions of parameters trying to derive a stat for a prediction model
But how does
of what would the
the
next word be.
but there's like the art one. The
Yeah,
one that does art.
it's sort of working the same way in a vague sense.
But you would think that wouldn't be like it does art. Like I look at it like
No,
that's art.
but try this.
Hmm.
Try saying generate a hand for me. It'll have like 7 fingers. You know why? Because it doesn't have that left brain logic of hands have 5 fingers.
But that's fine, right? That's
No,
still
it's
art.
not. No, because you say, I want a hand with 5 fingers because hands have 5 fingers. You can put that as a prompt, and it'll have 7 fingers.
Even if you put with 5 fingers, I don't think so.
Yes, no, because that's not the way it works.
Let me see. What's the name of the? How do you do the art one?
Dolly or Stable Diffusion or
Dolly.
Midjourney, which
I'm
one?
gonna try it. Dolly. Let's go, Dolly. Open AI.
It might get an actual hand correct, but do a person showing his hands.
Okay,
It'll
I'm
have
gonna
fucked
do
up
it.
hands. And odds are it'll have fucked up hands.
Why do you think just hands specifically?
Hands are hard to
Oh, that's
draw.
one thing it's very known to, like, because there's 5 of them. There's 5 fingers, right? And then it doesn't know how to enumerate facts. Like, facts like people have 4 fingers and 1 thumb.
I see what you're saying.
All right, I'm back. What'd you get?
So if I say just draw me a hand, it's a perfect hand, dude.
Yeah, because it's just copies of basic hands.
So what do you
Draw
want
a
me
guy, a man, or several men showing their hands.
to draw? A group of men showing their hands.
Yeah. By the way, there was a little like quiz basically. Can you tell the difference between AI generated and real? And then they would show it. One of the
Mm-hmm.
giveaways was fucked up hands or fucked up feet or something slightly fucked up.
Okay,
Like I got
so
like 70 or 80%.
with this
Go ahead.
one,
Mm-hmm.
there's 2 that have fucked up hands and 2 that have
Yes.
perfect hands.
2 that have fucked up hands. They're like, what the fuck is it? Hold on.
Okay.
So like I said, that like it's hard for them to do hands because they don't. The model doesn't have the idea that hands have 4 fingers and a thumb. They just have a vague notion of what hands look like. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm trying to think
Okay.
of. Does it do naughty things?
No, don't do that.
No, you can do naughty things, but you have to download it yourself and turn it off. People are generating porn of people that, didn't actually do porn.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Shocker.
Yeah,
Who
who
Rule
would have thought that's what they
34.
would do immediately when they released the
Just
the
gonna put this person's
open
name
source
and
one.
porn.
That's what you need Stable Diffusion for. That's an open source one where you can run it locally.
All right, so what are our other predictions? Obviously, AI I think is going to
Oh,
definitely
okay.
change our lives in some sort of way.
Yeah, that's 10 years out, though. I think
Yeah.
immediately.
I don't think next year.
Like, I don't think there's going to be a big change next year. I think they'll just get incrementally better next year. That's my prediction for 2023.
I think more people will start using it and realizing.
Yeah, but will there be a big app that you go like, will they? Here's the thing that
Yeah, there will
everyone's
be.
questioning. Is
What?
will ChatGPT replace Google? Right?
Oh, I think so.
I don't think it'll
Maybe
happen
not
in
next
2023. Yeah, I don't think
No.
it'll happen next year.
But it
I
definitely
think 5
does
years
things
out,
better.
Yes. I will just go and ask ChatGPT my random questions like, is necrophilia legal in Idaho?
Right. I mean, I
Right?
think
And
it
we'll know
already
the
does
answer.
that.
Oh shit, I want to ask that now.
Yeah, I kind of want to too.
Chat GPT.
I mean, we'll start using it more for the podcast just because it's more convenient
Yeah.
for info.
Let me try this. I want to ask Idaho. That's what I said?
Yes.
It might
Yeah.
say, like, I won't answer those questions, unfortunately.
Right.
But we're going to check this. Is necrophilia legal in Idaho? Question mark. It is illegal in Idaho and in all other states in the United States. It is considered a form of sexual assault and is punishable by law. Please keep in mind that it is never appropriate to engage in any type of sexual behavior with or without the explicit consent of all parties involved. I want to say, but the victim is
You're already
dead
calling them a victim.
and cannot give consent. Not give consent. I want to see what they say about that. That is correct. When as a person is they are no longer able to give consent.
Oh my
Therefore,
god.
engaging in sexual activity with a deceased person is a violation of their personal autonomy. They don't have personal autonomy. They're dead. I'm going to say that. They don't
Oh,
have
this is fun. I could watch a
personal-
whole thing where Nick just argues about computers.
Argues with ChatGPT.
Yes, they are dead. Okay, I misspelled that because I'm a little drunk. Well, go okay, never mind. Oh my god.
okay.
He really argues.
I asked
No,
it.
you gotta read
Oh, go ahead.
the retort.
I asked it, give me a list of 10 podcast topics based on funny internet questions.
Mm-hmm.
I have, why do people always ask Alexa how old she is? That's a weird one. Not good.
That is weird.
What would happen if the world's oceans turned to Coca-Cola? Intriguing. But I think that would be very bad. Why do dogs chase their own tails? What if we all spoke in memes all the time? I think we're kind of already there.
Yeah.
Like, we're leaning there.
Some of these aren't bad.
Can we survive on a diet of only pizza and memes?
Pizza and memes about it.
What if Earth was flat and we just haven't noticed?
Jesus.
That just seems too dumb.
Some of
But
these
go
are
on.
just dumb. What do people always ask what the fox says? Or why do people always ask? What would happen if the moon were
I'm
made
sorry,
of cheese?
what was the last one? What the fox says?
Why do people always ask what the fox says? Because of the song.
What does the fox say? Doop, doop.
I don't know that, but okay.
What would happen if the moon were made of cheese? What if all the world's problems could be solved with the power of dance? That's actually kind of funny. Why do we
but it
say
would be a
cheese and
terrible
taking
podcast.
Yeah.
Okay,
What?
this is they're not terrible. Like these,
No.
it's got like a 50% hit rate, which is pretty good.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would give it.
Yeah.
I'm going to do top 5
Jesus.
podcast topics. Mental
Okay.
health and self-improvement, current events and politics. Oh, these are actual.
Yeah, they're too
Mhm.
vague.
Yeah, I need like specific. Can you make them more specific?
Okay, wait. Why is it?
It actually did that really well. Holy shit.
That's correct.
So I asked. So I said, give me 5 podcast topics, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was mental health, self-improvement, current events, politics, like very broad
Uh-huh.
categories. I said, make them more specific.
Uh-huh.
So It changed mental health and self-improvement to mindfulness and stress reduction techniques.
Okay.
Current events and
bad.
politics. The impact of social media on society. Science and
Okay.
technology. Exploring the latest developments in renewable energy. True crime and mystery. Investigating historical cold cases. Pop culture and entertainment. Analyzing the cultural significance of popular TV shows and movies. That's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
It broke them down. It's fucking weird, dude, though. Being able to type, like, remember when we would have chatbots, but they're like AOL chatbots, and they would just have, like, specific responses?
So I don't know if I told you, my go-to, like, check if this is just dumb and I know it's dumb, was, like, what is 3 plus 2 when it is raining? And then almost every chatbot will just talk about the weather. Right? Because it'll see rain and just start talking about the fucking rain. Right? ChatGPT, it beat it. It said 2 plus 3 is 5. It's irrelevant whether or not it's raining.
Oh, it actually added that in there?
Yes, it told me, like, that does not make sense, sir. Like, that's pretty good.
You're being wacky,
pretty
dude.
Good.
Yeah, that's insane. Also, you silly.
Yeah, that was always my go-to for a long time now. I got to get another one to try.
Damn, that is crazy.
Yeah. So,
all right, anyways. Well, we still need predictions.
More predictions.
That's tough, dude.
I want to do...
Oh, wait. I need to do my annual Jimmy will explode in 2023.
Maybe stop predicting it. Maybe you're the bad luck.
Nicole hasn't had a prediction. Nicole, do you have a single prediction?
I would like to see Jeff Bezos get arrested.
Jeff Bezos? That's very specific. What will he get arrested for? This is public indecency. He's just going to go wave his dick around.
I don't know. Right.
You know what? If that happens, Nicole, you won. You win this year. For sure.
If she hits that, oh my god, that would be hilarious.
I just feel like, Ghislaine Maxwell, there's names floating around out there.
There is speculation that, like, the feds have just been building the cases against all the
big ones
that have been, the fucking little kids.
I mean, Les Wexner got in trouble a bunch of times, so why not Jeff Bezos?
But has he been arrested?
No.
Indicted?
Nope.
Exactly.
Too rich.
But it might be that eventually they come with cases. Who knows?
Dude, that would be crazy if that happens.
It's either going to be him or Bill Gates. One of them will fold.
Yeah. I'll still give you the year if Bill Gates gets arrested. If either of them get arrested and indicted for, fucking kids, you win.
Yeah, you definitely win this game if you get that.
It's a good prediction. Bold.
I like it. Oh, who's going to die?
Ooh, that's a good one. Oh, I wanted to do celebrity deaths this year because there were so many good ones and we forgot.
Yeah.
Who's gonna die this year?
We each should predict one celebrity.
Donald Trump.
No. Biden would be the much better guess.
Yeah, that would be more predictable.
Even though they're close in age, Biden just ain't.
If Nicole goes with Trump, I will go with Biden as one of them.
I'm just saying, Trump seems to not take care of himself as well as Biden does.
It is true. He does, like, eat fucking Big Macs and shit.
Right.
But Biden looks so much worse.
But what's his heart like?
That's what I'm saying. And,
he's
got so much
What's Trump's heart looking like here?
Yeah.
That's also just one of those I don't feel icky about saying.
That's true. It's okay if they die.
Gotta be an old timer. Like,
Doesn't have to be.
Well, odds are. Well, one of the big celebrity deaths this year, Norm Macdonald. He wasn't that old, but he had cancer.
Yeah, you have the secret, so you could have another one of those sneaky ones.
Maybe it'll be like Nancy Pelosi.
She doesn't look that bad, though. She's far left. She probably eats a nice vegetarian diet, exercises,
she's like
all that
fake
shit.
Far left.
What's that?
I said she's like fake far left.
Yeah, but I think she eats the healthy stuff to fit in.
Maybe.
Who is really fucking old?
Don't worry, I got Chat GPT on it.
Oh yeah. Who
So
are old
here's the
celebrities?
oldest A-list celebrities. I asked for A-list. I don't know
Oh,
these
that's
people.
Oh, let's hear him.
All right, we have Kirk Douglas. I know that one.
Oh, he would definitely die.
He was born 1960. 16, sorry. 16.
Jesus Christ. He's basically dead already for sure.
I don't know who Olivia
Newton-John?
No, de Havilland.
Yeah, that doesn't count because no one knows.
Angela Lansbury. I've heard that name.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Bennett.
Oh, yeah, that one should be going.
Doris Day.
Oh, her name's Doris.
These people are so old they aren't even famous anymore.
Yeah, they were A-list celebrities in their time, but they would make the news.
Be somebody that would make news for.
Morgan Freeman.
No.
He was born 1937.
Jesus Christ, he's that old?
Yeah, he might actually be.
Oh, he would definitely be a for sure prediction.
What is that, 70?
James Earl Jones, that's one. He's old.
He's almost
shit,
90,
right?
dude. Elton John is also 1947.
Yeah, James Earl Jones, my prediction. Motherfucker's 91.
Oh my god.
That's my prediction. James Earl Jones is gonna die.
Be
there? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Morgan Freeman is 86.
Yep, James Earl Jones has got him by 5 years.
I'm not going to put Morgan Freeman on the list because I want him to live. I don't want to put that bad juju in there. James Earl Jones, he's had his time, okay?
Yeah, I haven't seen him in shit in like 15 years.
Yeah.
Who would I predict, though?
This is a prediction I don't think will come true, but I want it to be true, is there will be less Marvel movies because people are tired of them, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, I think that's a good 10-year out prediction.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they're they have a pipeline. I think there's going to be so many that were already baked in to be made that are going to be coming out. But yeah, I think 10 years out,
they're eventually going to have less and less returns, and they're going to have to make less and less.
It's hard to do 1 year predictions.
Yeah.
Okay, stock market. Where's it going?
I think it's still going south, man.
Stay the same, basically.
I think it's going to go down.
Yeah.
Seems like it hasn't really crashed yet.
I'm saying down. Okay, what percentage?
What are we at right now?
That's where we're going to get.
It's down like 20%
20. It's down 20.
Right?
You think it's down another like 30? What do you think? I'm saying between 10 and 15. That's my prediction. You can put me down for a specific prediction. I need a specific number for you so we can grade you.
What was yours?
Between 10 and 15.
10 to 15% on top of what it's already gone down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go. I feel like it will be more, so I'll go 15 to 20.
15 to 20. Nicole, what are you going?
8.
You could go up.
You're picking an exact number.
Specifically 8. If it's not
if she hits
exactly 8%, she loses. We'll give her 5 to 10.
No.
No, she picks 8.
8 exactly. 8.79.
She's picking like ones where if she hits them, we'll just be like, holy fuck.
What about crypto?
Oh.
Still tanking?
Crypto will go down to $10,000.
You mean Bitcoin?
Oh, Bitcoin?
Bitcoin, yeah.
I think
I don't disagree.
Crypto will have a temporary upswing, and then we'll just go back to where it's at.
I'm with Nicole. I'm saying 10 grand. 10 grand by end of year next year.
Okay.
I think it's roughly correct. It's a bit bolder prediction, I guess, because it basically stays the same as the neutral position.
It's been like overinflated, bloated corpse for too long.
All right. Well, I will have to make a prediction for Bitcoin then. What's Bitcoin at right now?
I don't know.
16,000, between 16 to 17,000.
I'll say. You said. I'm sorry. What is it at? 15.
Between 16 to 17,000.
I'll say it'll go
coin.
to 15,000.
Okay, that's basically stays the same.
Basically, I said it'll have a run and then just basically crash right back down.
Okay, so geopolitics. What's gonna happen?
I don't know.
Ohio
Will
still
Russia
loves Russia.
win the Ukraine? Will the war end?
Oh yeah, we got to
Will there
predict
be a
something
nuclear
there.
warhead set off?
What? We might not be able to do our predictions if so.
No. Okay, here's a bold prediction I'll throw
Okay.
out. Probably won't happen, but I want the points if it does. Russia sets off a small tactical nuclear warhead in the Ukraine. Not like destroys, any...
I don't like
Nothing
you
in
predicting that
NAFTA.
because you're right last time on the Russia.
I know. But that means it doesn't, so it's just for show for the most part, but just to show they're serious.
Okay, I will say Russia won't send a warhead, but they will send whatever like the next level down is.
Oh, yeah. I think they may have already done that, which is why I'm predicting this.
Oh.
Because it was called the MOAB, the mother of all bombs.
Oh, at that point, then maybe your prediction, I would go with your
Then why do you
prediction.
think this is where I'm going?
Yeah, if they've already sent that, then yeah, they might. They might just say, fuck it.
What is it?
All right, geopolitics. Does China do something to Taiwan yet?
No, I don't think so. They're just biding their time type people. It's a hard prediction because I could see them doing it, but I don't think they will. Nothing in Hong Kong either. I don't.
I will say they don't invade, but they make a clear move that they're going to.
Oh, that's obvious. They've made clear moves every other month. They had I think last month some military exercises or other bullshit.
Right.
They always. It's like the North Korea.
I might as well go bold then. They'll invade.
They'll invade. That's your prediction.
I might as well go bold with it.
Bold prediction. I don't think they will. That's where we'll get the points or not.
Right. You gotta go bold with the predictions.
Anything else?
Shooting.
Oh, shooting.
Dude, the first hour of 2023 had 9 shootings in the U.S.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Yeah, fucking terrible.
Well, my prediction was going to be we will top 2022 in kill count. More than 20. Just because it's an election year, and I feel it's not an election year, but it's run up to the election, and emotions run higher during those years. As you get closer and closer to the election,
I don't want to argue that
more fucking crazy.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't argue that. We will have a bigger than 20. We will have a bigger than 20.
Bigger than 20. Okay, give me numbers.
We will have.
Think we'll hit 50?
I'm gonna go 40. Doubling this year, basically.
I'm gonna go bold. We're gonna get in the ballpark of that Vegas shooting.
So now you got
80.
Predict.
I think 80. I think that was that one.
Nicole, do you have a 46.25?
What are we predicting?
Kill count.
Largest kill, mass shooting number.
25.
25. That's it. Oh, she thinks people ain't got no aim.
She's not wrong.
61. 61 was the Vegas. So I will say we will top it. We will top the Vegas one over 61. That's my guess.
That's bold. That's that's we're getting into super terrorism when you get above I feel like at this point
it's
above
a guy
20
running out
you're
of room
going
in Vegas and
terrorist.
shooting random people at a fucking concert.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. But I'm not going to argue against somebody in the U.S. shooting a bunch of people.
hard to bet against that.
Yeah,
some lunatic shooting a shitload of people in the U.S. That's gonna happen.
That's insane.
It is crazy when you think about it. When you think back 20 years when Columbine was like 10 people or something, and that was huge news. And then
Yeah,
we're
it
now
was
like,
insane.
probably next year we'll have a 60-person shooting. Probably.
Well, within the first hour of 2023, we had about 9 Columbines.
Well, yeah, but you always want... So it depends on what they count, right?
Right.
Like,
Well, there was a
'cause they
mass
count
shooting at like where people were running from the streets in like
that one's real.
a city.
Probably.
Yeah.
But a lot of them are just like
gang violence,
people shooting 3 people.
But
Which
we
is
still
like,
have
that's what they do.
we still have like 1 to 5 of those a month though that aren't those.
Yeah,
Like,
but
I don't think there's a month that goes by where there's not an actual shooting.
what I'm saying is, in the media, what we need is a mark of were the people completely fucking random,
Oh,
right? Or were they
yeah.
targeted?
I got one
right?
for you. Will there be any bombings this year?
Bombings?
Yeah. Because shootings, predictable.
When
But
was
when
the
people
last
bomb
major
something,
bombing? When was the last major bombing?
the Boston Marathon, maybe?
That was 10 years ago. Hard to predict that. Everyone just shoots people. It's
That's
the
what I'm
lazy
saying.
man's option. Is just
What's the
shoot
Boston Marathon bombing 10 years ago?
them. I think it's
It was a long time
roughly
ago.
20. Yeah, it's the longest time ago.
They just catch on to people that are savvy enough to even build a bomb.
2013.
Right?
Almost
Wow.
10 years ago in a few months.
Well, I guess we're overdue.
Hey,
I'm putting
So
it
is that
in.
your
I'm putting in.
prediction?
Predicting
A
bombing.
bombing. Ooh, that's a bold one. A big bombing. I mean, if someone sets off a bomb at their locker and kills nobody, that doesn't count.
No, that's
You gotta kill like 10 plus people.
It'll be clear when it's news.
Yeah, that's true.
All right.
What
Any
else we
other
got?
non-sadistic predictions?
Inflation. What about
our
inflation?
inflation number. Ooh.
Do they wrangle it, or is it still out of control? That's basically the question. I say wrangle. I think it gets back down to like
You gotta get a
3
percent.
to 4%.
I'm gonna go 5% because I don't think they can.
I will say
physically
between
do.
2 and 4. Between 2 and 4. No. To be in line with last year, between 2 and 4.38.
Well, I'm gonna go with, since you're doing ranges, I'll do.
You can't just give a specific number.
You
You're not
can.
gonna land exactly.
I mean, but you can know if you're close. 527.
Yeah. That's still very high inflation. That's very high.
Yeah, I don't think.
Especially.
I think that's them.
It's basically they don't get it under control.
I think that's them getting like fudging the numbers and making it look like it's not as bad as it is.
Housing market crash.
Man, we predict this every year. I think it's already starting to, though.
Yeah, I think it's going to crash.
So I don't disagree with you there.
All right. I don't know if I can give a number there, but bad.
Yeah, I think it's already started, dude. All right, anything else? We're at the 2-hour mark, so we probably got to end it.
I'm going to predict Chris Rock slaps Will Smith at the next the next Oscars.
All right, I'll put Chris Rock slaps. They might as a skit though.
That would be hilarious.
Will Smith.
All right.
Well, he's not allowed back at the Oscars.
Yeah.
I know, that's why it will be such a surprise.
It'll be like a skit that they filmed outside of the Oscars.
Oh, jeez.
That's how we'll know it's staged, is they say that and then he's in the Oscars next year. Alright, I gotta have one more prediction just for the end of the year that's bold and wild. I'm trying to think of something that's like out there that'll be different.
Britney Spears is assassinated and replaced with a plant.
No, Britney Spears runs for president and wins.
No.
President Britney Spears. Okay.
More people start to follow Kanye like they did Trump.
Oh, that's one thing that was left out was Kanye bullshit of our whole thing. Kanye went fucking crazy. Kanye starts a new like Hitler movement. Is that basically what you're saying?
I'm not saying Hitler movement, but like people are gonna start following him into his.
But that's basically
craziness.
what following him is basically
Yes.
he's the new age Nazis, except they're black, which is
But he's black,
which is a weird
really,
sort of Nazi.
It's really confusing.
What's confusing about it is that they claim they are Jewish, right?
Yeah.
That's where it's like, where you forgot to take your meds.
Clearly you did.
I can see Kanye getting like a cult following. That's not a bad prediction. It's a bold one.
He gets a ball rolling that gets a little scary.
Yeah. Okay. There's like what was the Georgia event where they were wearing khakis and
I know.
Proud Boys.
Yeah, it was. There's a name for that event, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
But they're gonna have like a Kanye-led anti-Jew one.
Yeah, they'll have a rally where there's like violence and stuff going on, and he'll be like, "The entertainment industry did this."
All right.
He's just a product of the entertainment industry, so therefore anything he does.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. It's just entertainment. It's just for entertainment value.
It's just entertainment, guys. I'm just entertaining you. All right, well, that's our year in review 2022 and our 2023 predictions.
Right.
It was a wild
Sounds
year.
Good. Yeah, it was actually a crazy year.
Wild ride.
All right.
All right, later.
Later.